What the fuck's going on this team, Jerry?
Bury him! Bury him!
Jerry, TJ Watt.
He is the best defensive player on the planet.
Go! Yes! Yes! We're gonna fire Steelers fans! Bang! Run it down their throat!
No! That's not a penalty!
Game over! Game over! Don't ask me to do nothing! This is nothing!
He's aggressive.
Hello. Welcome back to another episode of the Steel Here podcast, where I'm your host, Kevin Adams, alongside my partner in crime jersey, Jerry. Jerry Don, what can you call that game other than just completely pathetic out of the Pittsburgh Steelers? I mean, that's to lose a game the way that they lose, to muff a kickoff and not know that you have to recover it. You know, the Tomlin swallowing his ability to take risks whenever all he says is they don't want to live in their fears, and then they go out and they lose a game like they've lost so many other games after so many years. And honestly, yesterday was one of the lowest points just because it was just so fucking pathetic, Jerry.
Yeah, I felt a little bit lower, after, like, in the moment, I didn't feel as, like, low, and then, like, hour, 2, 3, 4 hours after that game, I started to just continue to feel worse. I think overall, I kind of feel a little bit worse than the Ravens game. At least the Ravens are, like, a dominant team. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think the biggest shocker in that game to me was I didn't expect the defense to come out and play lights out. I expected them to come out and step it up and play better than they did week one, and they refused to do that. The run defense is abysmal.
Terrible.
They're doing this, blitzing and playing man, and it's just not working. These guys are too slow. D-line is atrocious.
Terrible.
Tackling is abysmal.
Terrible.
Preparation is worst it's ever been. I mean, not even worst it's ever been. Preparation is always terrible.
This is the normal preparation we're used to. That's what it looks like, Jerry. Cooper Kupp pretty much owned fucking oceanfront property in the middle of the Steelers defense yesterday. He did whatever the fuck he wanted, and no adjustments. And that was really the only sincerely effective passing game that the Seahawks had. And it was just the Steelers made zero adjustments to fixing it. And this is like, this dates back multiple defensive coordinators. And again, we see the same fucking bullshit over and over under a Mike Tomlin coach team, which is the highest paid defense. And if you look at the stats after 2 games, Jerry, they're damn near last or dead last or second to dead last in every statistical category in the NFL from a defensive side of the ball. How the fuck is that possible when they make this much money and he's a defensive wizard, Jerry?
It's really baffling because, like, listen, I mean, we already probably know the answer to this, but somebody has to, in one of these pressers, and I wish I lived in Pittsburgh, to ask Mike Tomlin just straight up, like, buddy, who's calling the plays here? Because every defensive coordinator you bring in continues to fall short. They have talent all over that defense. And I know Elliott was banged up and didn't play, and Joey Porter. It's no excuse. It's really no excuse. But you talk about next man up mentality nonstop. You're comfortable with everybody playing. Everybody just looks really bad from top to bottom on the defense. They refuse to adjust anything in game. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They refuse to tackle. They are soft. Guys are getting pancaked left and right. I really, somebody has to ask Mike Tomlin, Mike, who's calling the plays, buddy? Like, are you calling the plays? Like, who's calling the plays? And if it's Terrell Lawson and you have nothing to do with calling any plays on defense, Terrell Lawson has been abysmal. If that's the case, I don't think it's the case. I think Mike Tomlin has a lot to say with his defense. But yeah, Kevin, should we keep getting this mad? Because this is just what they are. I mean, this is, as under Tomlin, this is just what this team is. It continues to be. They have not shown, the only thing they have shown us these past couple of years was they attempted this year to go out and get different players and guys with big names and superstars. it's still not working. It's still not working.
And I mean, how much more talent does he need? How much more talent does Terrell Austin need? For me, a lot of it comes down to you still are putting guys in positions they should not be in. Keanu Benton is not a nose tackle. It didn't work against the Jets. It didn't work against the fucking Ravens last year. And you do it again against the Seahawks, and it's the same shit. Your run defense is getting destroyed up the middle. These guys are getting blown into the linebackers. I don't know if you saw the highlight of it yesterday. The Seahawks fullback blocks Peyton Wilson into fucking Patrick Queen. Both guys pancaked. One guy pancakes two Steelers linebackers. There's no fucking heart in the middle of that defense. And it is embarrassing to see as a Steelers fan. Yeah, how can you not just accept that that's who they are? This is year after year. Why do we even get upset about it? Because it's like, when the fuck is it gonna change, man? And at some point, it has got to change, because this is it's monotonous. It's monotonous as a fan. You're leaving the stadium yesterday, and it's the same shit. It's the same people saying the same shit over and over. They never make adjustments. It always looks like this year after year, week after week. And then everybody knows it's the same shit and it never changes. It's like, I'm going fucking insane out here, Jerry.
Yeah, and Tomlin's supposed to be this massive motivator, and I understand that. And players always say they love playing for him and whatnot. But that team did not look motivated whatsoever yesterday, from start to finish. They really didn't. And listen, we were shredding the defense right now, and rightfully so. We should. That offensive line is also dog shit.
Terrible.
It's also dog shit, dude. It's really bad. It's disgustingly bad. They can't run the ball effectively. They're using Kenneth Gainwell on the field way more than Jaylen Warren. Rodgers said it in his press conference. We would love to see Jaylen Warren out there more. I don't know what Arthur Smith is doing with that little, I don't even know what you call
experiment.
It.
This fucking experiment.
Perfect experiment with Kenneth Gainwell. It's clearly just not working out. It's just not. Jaylen Warren is one of the only players on offense that has pop, that can change a game and flip fields for you in a heartbeat. You've seen him do it yesterday. It seems like every time Jaylen Warren touches the ball, something good is happening. And then they come and bring in Kenneth Gainwell in important situations. It's just disgustingly bad. DK, a few drops. I know he had the touchdown. Couple drops there. Calvin Austin with the massive mistake. That was a dot to Freiermuth in the end zone.
Yeah.
It's just like, a couple bad breaks. And listen, this offensive line, and they have to realize, like, hey, Rodgers isn't a mobile quarterback, okay? He moved around a little bit yesterday. They got to do a better job of protecting him, because let's face the facts. He will get hurt. He's going to get hurt. As much as he's been getting hit these last 2 weeks, he will get hurt. And if he does get hurt, it's over. The season is done. That's it.
And I think what pisses me off the most is that when he does have time, 9 times out of 10, he's making the right read. The ball's going to the right player. Maybe he's not quite as accurate as he used to be. He's still very fucking accurate. And you see nothing more impressive than when he rolls out to the right side. They know that the Seahawks are offside, so he's getting a free play, and he throws the ball fucking 50 yards downfield, rolling out right side to Freiermuth, who has to catch the ball. We love Pat. I love Pat Freiermuth. That's one you have to catch. You have to fucking catch that, because then the drive turns out to be nothing. Instead, you should have had the ball at the 15-yard line, all the momentum going in. You say it's a play here, a play there. It is a play here, a play there. And that's been the Steelers' issue for how many years, is that if they don't make that 1 or 2 plays, they lose the game, because their margin of error for victory is so fucking razor thin.
Yes.
That whenever you have the type of situation like Caleb Johnson not knowing to recover a kickoff, dude, when you have some shit like that results in 7 points, I mean, it's Jerry, that's another example of guys, the Steelers putting them in positions that they are not accustomed to being in. Caleb Johnson, in all of his years in college, only had 5 kickoff returns ever. 5.
Yeah.
So it's not like this guy is a seasoned veteran at kick returns. Why the fuck is he even out there?
And another thing is, where's the speed? This guy's supposed to have track speed when he's in the open field. Where's the speed? he might look worse than Najee Harris. I will say that. Running
it's
running
early.
the ball.
I can't say it yet, but yes, it's.
No,
it's
I'm going to
concerning.
say it. I'm going to say it. He looks very, very slow. I will say that. Another thing is, I think it's so frustrating because as fans, when we watch the game, it's not like this team. And I know the score. They put up 31. It's not like teams are coming out. But that Ravens game was abysmal for sure. It's not like teams are coming out year after year and just blowing the brakes off them. It's a couple plays. It's like 2-3 plays a game where if that goes your way and you execute, you win the game easy. So I think that's the most frustrating part for me and I think a lot of fans when they watch these games. And I don't think Aaron did enough to win the game per se, but he didn't. I know the stats aren't that great for him, but he didn't play terrible. He had a couple bad throws, but he had some drops and the mistake from Calvin Austin. That should be another touchdown to Freiermuth.
That's 21-14 right there. That's 21-14.
Yeah, and that's where the game flips, it just flips right there. And it's like, okay, now you're home, the momentum, you got it now, you're up 7, and the defense could pin their ears back a little bit, but hey, they're just not getting in the right scenarios and they're not making any type of adjustment. And if they're making an adjustment, it's so late in the game that it's too far gone.
It's irrelevant. You're not even seeing the effects if they are making adjustments. No. There are two things that I want to point out. You're right. It is a situation here, situation there where they just don't get things to go their way. And that's why a lot of their losses look the same. I would attribute a fair amount of that. Again, it's going to circle back to coaching for me. Yeah. At one point in the game, Jerry, the Steelers are at midfield. It's 4th and 1. They have some momentum building. Tomlin, what's he do? What the fuck does he do at midfield?
It's crazy, dude.
It's crazy. In that situation is insane. The stadium booed the fuck out of him. They booed the fucking shit out of him, and rightfully so. Because what's he saying in his press conference, Jerry? You're the one that told me what the fuck he said.
Dude. So the most shocking part wasn't even that he punted. That is crazy. He in his press conference after the game, they asked him, Mike, what happened in that situation? Why'd you decide to punt and not go for it there? He said, well, our defense was already thin. Our defense, we had a bunch of injuries on defense, and we wanted to give them, the Seahawks a long field. We wanted our defense to have good field position, back them up, and you just said it. What are you saying? Your defense clearly was shit. So many injuries, Mike. Why are you punting the ball? Why not keep your offense on the field to try to get a little momentum? It's just shocking that. And this isn't the first time Mike Tomlin has done this in a situation like this. He continues to be, and listen, I'm not going to hold back. He continues to be one of the worst in-game coaches in football. He really is.
Without a doubt. I don't even think it's debatable at this point. Situationally, the guy is fucking brain dead out there, Jerry.
Oh, he's horrible.
He's horrible. And if his logic is that, the defense is thin, then let your offense win the fucking game for a change, huh? Maybe go for it there, because nonetheless, Steelers punt the ball and they think they're going to pin them deep. They end up giving up a field goal anyway on that drive. So whether you gave up a field goal from the 50 or you gave up a field goal by kicking it deep, you still gave up the 3 fucking points instead of trying to reach down, grab your balls. And that's why I get pissed off every time I hear him say that dumbass live in our fears. All he does is live in his fucking fears, man. That's all he fucking does. Like
he does.
It's fucking mad.
And what's shocking to me too? I'm a little surprised, and I haven't seen the all 22 or any clips of this on Twitter or Instagram. I'm surprised Rodgers didn't step up. Maybe he did. I don't know, because I didn't see any clips. And they didn't really show him after the fourth and 1. Then when they decided to punt, you figured Rodgers would step up a little and be like, Mike, come on, man, we could get this, dude. It's 1 fucking yard. Jalen Warren, I don't know if this is true, but it seemed like every time he touched the ball, he was getting at least 1 yard.
Exactly. He's at least getting some progress forward.
Maybe there was one play in the game where he got stopped in no gain. I don't know. I don't really recall, but it seemed like every time he had the ball, he got at least 1 yard. You would figure he can at least get you 1 yard at midfield, okay? It's just, dude, that was a point of the game where I was so angry, so fucking pissed. And I don't think we smashed Caleb Johnson enough. Let's smash him some more. That was absolutely terrible. And if I'm Mike Tomlin, I don't know if I play him the next 6 weeks. I think I just let him sit. Just let him sit on the bench and rot. You're an NFL football player, dude.
Right.
Come on, man. You got to know the rules, bro. The only person, and what's shocking here? No, you know what? It's not even shocking. The only person that ran for that football was Jabril Peppers. Yeah. The only guy on the kick return team who ran for the football, knowing like, hey, what are we doing? We have to get on this ball, and he got beat by a lot. But, dude, you got a guy who's been a Steeler for fucking 48 hours that's running for the ball. Right. Everybody else just lackadaisical, no awareness whatsoever. Caleb Johnson, horrendous effort, body language, just disgusting, man. It's just fucking disgusting. And listen, if that play, you don't know what happens. Rodgers could throw a pick. It doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't, people say, well, you don't know if the Steelers go down and score there. We don't know. But what we do know is the Steelers would at least have the ball, and we're not going to give up probably 7 points.
Right. And so that's a huge part of it is that, it's a 14-point swing when you think about it. If Calvin Austin doesn't jump in front of Pat Freiermuth, which should have been a fucking absolute touchdown, no doubt about it, and that doesn't get intercepted, that's 7 points, and then 7 more that you just gift them right there. That's a 14-point swing. In a game where the Steelers' margins are always tight, that immediately I knew when that happened, this game's fucking cooked.
Oh, yeah, I knew right away. I knew, Kevin. I mean, we've been watching the Steelers a long time. We've watched every play. You know when it's dead. Yep. Like, Yep, you can feel it. You know. You can feel it. And as us fans, like, we always try to be optimistic and know when our team it could come back. I just knew once that happened, that's curtains. It's over. Game's done.
And that's where from that 4th and 1 at midfield is exactly the type of place where why the fuck can they not figure out how to run a tush push? The tush push, if you watch that Eagles Chiefs game yesterday, while it's getting out of hand and I think it's so fucking stupid, it's effective. And if it is a legal play until the league changes it, you have to start using that shit to your advantage.
Kevin, all they need is Jonnu Smith under center with Darnell Washington behind him. That's all they need.
Right. And just pound that fucker right up the middle. And, it's insane that they can't get on board with that. It's also insane that they continue to play the players out of position like we talked about with Keanu Benton. I mean, you're going to get Derek Harmon back maybe this week, possibly.
How much does that change, though? Is that really going to change much?
Exactly. Like, that's my problem is, like, now we're looking at that guy like he's going to come in and be a savior. Honestly, they might have to call Christian Wilkins and just have him get changed at home before he gets to the locker room. I don't care, but you can't keep doing this shit on the defensive line. Like Cam Hayward, while he made one nice play yesterday, he tips the ball to Nick Herbig, who is honestly, Jerry, I am excited. I hate to say this. Hope Alex Highsmith gets better fast. I'm more excited to see Nick Herbig play football than Alex Highsmith. Every time Nick Herbig gets on that field, he makes an impact. Like, he is an impactful football player. He has got to start playing more. Alex Highsmith has battled injuries for way too long. Nice guy, nice little piece to the team. But for me, honestly, I'm trading that guy. I know this is week 2 and this is fucking crazy hot takes. I'm trading that guy when you have what you have in Nick Herbig, and you need to see Nick Herbig on the field more. Especially with Jack Sawyer. He shined a little bit yesterday. He had a very nice fucking game. If he starts to come on, Alex Highsmith to me is expendable.
Oh, yeah, for sure. No doubt about that. I want to talk about one play in particular there. I don't know if you've seen it was a 3rd and really long, and it was a pass out to the flat, and Holcomb was on the field.
Oh, it was terrible.
And Holcomb was literally going, like, shuffling backwards.
Shuffled his feet almost to the line, almost to the line to gain.
What are we doing? Are we not teaching to attack the ball and tackle? Thank God that ended up being short of the sticks, but dude, what are we doing? That play was abysmal. I couldn't believe it. I was like, this guy's in reverse.
They're lucky.
He's trying to get him to get a first down. What are we doing?
They're lucky.
The linebacker. No, listen. I don't think this man-to-man experiment is really working out for them. I know they want to play man-to-man. I think they're just a bit too slow for man-to-man. And it sucks because we all thought they're trying. It's just not working out, dude. It's just not working out, and they got to switch something because, listen, as great as we as much as we love Jalen Ramsey, and he had a couple big plays in that game, you know, he got torched a little bit over the middle. Let's face the facts. He got cooked a little bit.
Sure.
You know, but he seems to be one of the only guys on defense, like at least making some plays. Nobody else is stepping up.
Yesterday, the Steelers forced a 3rd and long 9 times. The Seahawks converted 6 of the 9. We're talking 3rd and 7, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 12.
Great. It's so bad.
And they're
it's
converting
so
6 out of 9 fucking times with this vaunted defense. Oh my God, they're going to be so fucking good. You can't get off the field on 3rd and long. It's not going to get easier. You've played 2 middle of the road quarterbacks, to be honest with you. It is not going to get easier moving on through the season.
No,
like
it's going to get worse.
This fucking thing figured out.
Oh, they have no choice. This season, it will be over by week 5 if they don't get this figured out. It will be over. And listen, what pisses me off the most is they attempted to change. Like they attempted to. Like they bought in guys. And it's just the same product, though. It's the same
because it's
scheme.
Their ideology. It's exactly the way they approach games. It's the same approach. It's always the same approach. They try and force a fucking square into a circle hole. Like we've said this for how many years? They refuse to let the players dictate the game plan, and instead they make the players fit the game plan. And that, to me, is where the Steelers have never been able to adapt at any point under Mike Tomlin to be able to field a competent team that you should be able to have when you have all of that talent, all that money tied up on that side of the football. You know, Jerry, I'm going to read you one more thing, and we'll wrap this up because Jerry has a hard out here in about 5 minutes anyway. But the Steelers have allowed 28 points per game in their last 9 games. That's the second worst in football. Second worst in football. They've allowed 20 or more first downs in 9 straight games. That's the worst in franchise history. Worst in franchise history. The next closest was 6 games of giving up 20 first downs or more. We heard all offseason the Steelers defense is going to be historic. I didn't realize they meant historically fucking bad.
Yeah, Kevin. The problem is we just had such high hopes for the defense. We thought that the defense was the heart and soul of this team that's going to lead us to victory and keep us in games just enough for Rodgers to do his thing.
Yep.
And, you know, he can't really do much, man. They can't really do much. It's just so frustrating, dude. It is, because it's just the same product with different players year after year. Yep. It's the same exact product. Nothing has changed other than the name on the back of the jersey. That's it. Yep. Everything else is still the exact same. Yep. They have to take a long look in the mirror this week, dude, because if they think they're going to come out and roll over this Patriots team, they're not going to.
No, it's a Vrabel coached football team. They're going to have some fight. You think Vrabel doesn't know how to beat Tomlin? I'm sure that he fucking does. Tomlin he couldn't fucking scheme his way out of a Walmart parking lot, Jerry. Look at what every team is doing this year. I mean, we only played 2, but I think teams have figured it out. I think teams have, going back to last season as well. All you really have to do is double team and triple team TJ Watt. Yep. And you're probably good. Yep. You're probably good because nobody else is really going to make a play, because if he's out of the equation, it's a free fucking first down for you. It really is. So teams are doing their part. Opposing teams are taking away TJ Watt and double teaming him and chipping him and triple teaming him at one point. But you got to figure out something. You got to move around a little bit, dude. You got to figure it out. I'm done, Jerry. I have nothing else I want to say. I'm just embarrassed. I'm fucking frustrated beyond all belief. I mean, it's just because it's the same shit, man.
Hey, we won our bets though.
Well, yeah, Jerry, I did win our bets. I took DK anytime touchdown. Jerry took Freiermuth over 23.5 receiving yards. Both of us cashed those. We'll hit on the betting on Wednesday when we record, and then drop that episode Thursday morning. Jerry and I finally discussed a working plan on when we can record and get the episodes out on time. So we should be able to be a lot more consistent with that moving forward. But I mean, it is what it is. We'll we'll record. Looking forward to the Patriots game. I don't want to just beat the shit out of this.
You get too banged up at these games.
That's part of the problem. That's part of the issue. We had a massive, terrible tailgate yesterday. 600 plus people. We had Marquise Pouncey, Willie Parker. It was electric. It's hot as the devil's dick out there, man. So I'm sweating my balls off. I'm hammered, drunk. By the time I get home, Jerry's like, it's 7:00. He's like, we'll record after the game. I'm like, oh, I'll be ready. I'm sleeping by 9:30. I mean, I'm dead to the world. So, I'm working on it. It's a work in progress. But yeah, we'll record again Wednesday. We'll get an episode out Thursday for you guys looking ahead to the Patriots game. But It has to get better, Jerry. It has got to get better because it's only going to get uglier and more visceral from us if it doesn't get better, because it's just unacceptable. And more people I've come to realize are turning their back on the almighty Coach Tomlin, because after it took 9 years, but some of these people are finally seeing the light that maybe this guy isn't all there he's cracked up to be here.
Yeah, man, we'll see. Well,
we appreciate the shit out of you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, continue to share the show where you find it. We appreciate the hell out of you, and we'll see you here again Thursday when we drop another episode. Looking forward to the Patriots game.
See you Thursday.
We're here. We're still here.
We are still here.